Okay, so this is my English outline, and yes, and I'm gonna try to do it in English, and yes. So I chosen to do the task B, which is an essay by Jonathan Franzen from 2011 called "Lighting is for Cowards. Go for what hurts." And I think that the topic for this essay is the definition of the difference between loving and liking something, but that's just my opinion. And the focus points in this essay is how Jonathan Franzen tries to engage a young audience and what the message of the essay is. Okay, so the essay is about, as I said, the difference of loving and liking something. And it's like Jonathan, he feels like people do not get that in the world we're living in today, and that people, they are wasting their time on this earth because they are doing things that doesn't matter, and they're not real in who they are. They get fake on the social medias and stuff like that. So when they do not get what real love are, and they are not real themselves, then he also feels like, as I said, it doesn't feel like that they know what real love is if they don't know who they really are themselves. And here he is especially talking about the young people, and which he thinks live in this materialistic and narcissistic world. Yeah, and then I have chosen two quotes. Okay, so the first one, the message in each case is that if you love somebody, you should buy stuff. Here's talking about, like, if you, that because we live in this materialistic world, it's like, okay, if I love you, then I should buy you stuff because that's the way of showing love today. And the other quote is that, but if you consider this in human terms and you imagine a person defined by desperation to be liked, what do you see? In more pathological cases, you see a narcissist, a person who can't tolerate the tarnishing of a self-image that not being liked represents. So that we get, in this world today, young people get so desperate to be liked and to be this person that they think are perfect, like they see a special self-image of themselves, so that if they can't get that what they want by themselves, they can't tolerate this, and they think they are being presented like they are not liked by others, because that's the way the world is today. Okay, so another subject would be what the point of the essay is, also like what's Jonathan's intention with this essay. Here I would talk about that. I think the point is in the title, like, liking is for cowards, go for what hurts, because in that title he's saying, like, okay, if you that just liking something, that's for cowards, because liking cannot hurt as much as loving can. So, like, okay, liking is for cowards because that's just the easy way, but loving, it's for the strong ones, because love is so much harder than liking something. And I think this, he can see this on the young people by the social medias, like they get this Facebook persona on, so that they can hide their real themselves behind this Facebook persona or Twitter or something like that. So they need to find someone or something to love, so that, and then all they can do is just hope that that someone or that thing will love them back, because love hurts, and that's just the way it is in this world. But that should not stop them for trying to find it. So that his intention is to wake up the young people and stop them from being so narcissistic and materialistic, even though it's not their fault, because that's just how the world is today. And a quote to that subject would be, "Instead of continuing to drift forward through my life as a global citizen, liking and disliking and withholding my commitment for some later day, I was forced to confront a self that I had to either straight up accept or flat out reject. Like, okay, but if you choose to get real, then you also have to do it like 110%, so that if you decide to do something, then straight up accept it and be who you are, because then you can do it 100%, or just flat out reject it and stop trying to do something that you are not ever capable of doing, and then just lie back and be boring and wasting your time on earth." Another subject could be like, how does he engage a young audience, which was one of the focus points. And here I think he brings up, to get the young audience attention, he brings up subjects like Facebook, computers, and likes on fake Facebook and so on, because it's something young people understand, and it's what they do in their spare time all the time, so they can understand him, and it's like, wait, I know that, so let me just listen what he's saying to this. And that's also how he starts the essay. Like, he starts with telling about his own computer and how he felt about it, but then he had to switch replace it and all that stuff. And it's a metaphor that the young people might understand or relate to, so that young people, they can reflect to these feelings he's talking about. So he tries to encourage them to think about the things that matters by talking about the things they think matter. So that's like the way he gets their attention. So that between the lines he's actually saying to them, you have the wrong side of what love is, but they don't just see it or hear it at first, because he hides it between these metaphors and other ways to trying to encourage them. And quotes to this subject could be something like, "But over the years the bloom had faded from our relationship. I'd developed trust issue with my pearl, until I finally had to admit to myself that I'd outgrown the relationship." So this is a part of the metaphor I was talking about with the computer, and he had to replace it. And the next quote would be, "As our market discover and respond to what consumer most wants, our technology has become extremely adept at creating products that correspond to our fantasy ideal of an erotic relationship." So like the way we young people today find passionate or erotic relationships is between this materialistic world. Like we have this fantasy ideal in our head what something should be like, then we just Google it, go to stores, and then whoops, there it is. This is exactly what I had in mind, because the market had discovered this way of make the consumers happy. Okay, so a new subject, his language and his way of arguing. Here I would talk about that he does not argument by facts but feelings. Like he never says something like, "Hey, have you heard this this statistic or this blah blah." He just talks about his own feelings and try to set himself as an example of what he himself went through when he started to switch opinion. And his language is very normal. It's not extremely fine or smart, which also, as I said before, it's not by facts, but just feeling. He's talking normally. And he keeps, as I said, he keeps referring to himself, and so he like, hey, I know what you're feeling. Let me explain how I went through this. And here is also a quote, But no less important, whenever I looked at a bird, any bird, even a pigeon or a robin, I could feel my heart overflow with love. And love, as I've been trying to say today, is where our troubles begin. So like he says, here he is saying an example with how he feels love to birds, and that's his way of saying, hey, it doesn't even need to be human beings, it could also just be nature or animals. If that's the way or the place you can find love, then that's good enough. You just have to go find it. But at the same time, as he also says in the title, when you find love, it's awesome, but at the same time, it's also where your troubles begin. So like he's actually telling the point of his essay there. And the last subject maybe could be plot and type of narrative, where it's written in first person narrative in past tense, which the first person narrator, it seems trustworthy because then it's himself talking about his own opinions and feelings. It's not like he has been told to tell him this. So it's like, hey, okay, this is your opinion, then I respect you. I respect it also. And there's a sort of an introduction, like he starts with telling the example with his computer, and in the start you don't really get what his point is, but that's okay, because in the end he ends up telling it, and then you're like, the example with the computer, it was actually really great. So he builds up the story, and as I said, ends up with telling the truth, like the point. So it's a really good plot of the essay. And close to this could be, needless to say, I was impressed with how far the technology had advanced in 3 years. Even when I didn't have anybody to call, text or email, I wanted to keep it. So like, this is a quote that examines the way it is written in first person narrative. He all the time says, I was impressed, even when I didn't, I wanted, and so on. And another quote, but when you go out and put yourself in real relation to real people, or even just real animals, there's a very real danger that you might love some of them. So it's also a good quote because it shows how he, again, just telling his point about what he wants the young people to go out and do with their lives so that they won't waste their time on earth. Yeah, okay, I think that's what it was it. Okay.